Our goal is to observe 90 to 100% of the breaths. Then only it is called samadhi. First level of samadhi when you call. If you observe 100% of the breaths, so that is called the first level of samadhi. If you can observe all 100% of the breaths, then what kind of happiness or a tranquility you experience is the resultant of your hard work done in order to get over all the obstacles in the meditation. The many obstacles that come on your way in the meditation. Only when you start meditating, you start understanding what are all the difficulties one would face in the meditation. Until you don't meditate, you really do not know what are the difficulties one would face, isn't it? Only experience teaches you. So what meditation looks like. With 5% concentration in day-to-day life, say 5 to 10% concentration in day-to-day life, with mindfulness, if you experience this much of happiness, this level of achievement in your day-to-day life, and this much of happiness you experience, just think with 100% observation, mindfulness, what kind of happiness you can experience, what kind of achievements you can have. Very simple. It is 10 times more. You can't express it, isn't it? Even if I am 100% happy, it doesn't mean that, I'll be behaving in a very excited way. You behave in a very balanced way. That is only the difference. At 10% of happiness or at 15% of happiness, you feel excited. But at 100%, you won't feel any excited. You feel perfectly balanced. You will be able to observe many things which otherwise not possible. We are thinking, we are observing, whatever we observe in our day-to-day life, we are observing 100%. But all our observation is only 5 to 10 degrees angle, the way we look at it. Everything, whether we look at it at family, the way I look at it my wife, the way I look at it my children, the way I look at it my colleagues, the way I look at it my work, I'm thinking, I'm understanding the problem in 100% actually. But our understanding is all about only 5 to 10%, not more than that. Means out of 360 degrees angle, the angle which we really understand is only 5 to 10 degrees. If you can look at the reality in 365 degrees, and then what kind of efficiency, and is there any problem that you can't solve? Just think about it. So nothing impossible for a human mind. The species which uses the maximum percentage of the neurons available, the brain capacity on this planet, is the dolphin. Dolphin uses 20% of the brain capacity. When it uses 20% of its brain capacity, it can communicate. Say a dolphin living in Antarctica and can convey the message to a dolphin living in Arctic region. It can convey. It doesn't require a mobile phone, or it doesn't require any apps to communicate, Skype or anything. It can coolly sit in the water and it can just send a message. And whatever it wants to convey, it can convey. It is only the dolphin. A human, what human cannot understand, dolphin can understand. Dolphin can easily know whether you are a good human or a bad human. If it sees you are a good human, and then it follows you, it imitates you, and it tries to tease you, and it tries to guide you in case if you miss your path in the ocean. If you are a bad, it will have a compassion. It will just look, it will move 1 or 2 rounds around you and it will go away. It won't retaliate. Dolphins won't retaliate. Dolphins won't envy. Dolphins won't exhibit any a negative emotion. That is just at the 20% of capacity when it operates its brain, that is exemplary behavior it exhibits. Then what is happening to us? And with this 5 to 10% of operating capacity, and we exhibit all emotions and we exhibit all reactions, and sometimes we are excited, sometimes we are depressed. We really see that, and yet we don't even realize there is a need for us to work. And perhaps dolphin is thinking, so I should work for, because at 20%, once you reach that level, and the urge to continue to explore up to 100% and will remain. But dolphin and can't think like what we can really think, unfortunately. So because it is experiencing an ecstasy, it experiences a level of dopamine, but it can't work with its subconscious mind. Its conscious mind is very well programmed, but unconscious mind, it has no access to work. It cannot come to a hall like this, and cannot sit like us, and cannot meditate like us. So that's why a dolphin capacity is limited. Its consciousness is very high, but its unconscious mind, it cannot deal, it cannot work with it. But whereas a human, so we not only we can explore the field of consciousness, but as well we can deal with the subconscious or the unconscious mind. We are only the species living on this planet. Perhaps in any of these super advanced civilizations, very, very few can think about and working and dissolving and our ego or the way we function that we can change. So the whole objective is we are working at much deeper level to bring the changes at the subconscious or the unconscious level. Right now, so we are trying to program like a dolphin. So we are trying to focus, we are trying to sharpen our mind, and we are trying to develop the resolution of the mind, power of the mind we are trying to increase. And we are undergoing that struggle in the process, whatever is happening. Our objective is, number one, concentration. But mere concentration, a cricketer has a concentration, a musician has a concentration, an artist has a concentration, sculptor has a concentration, and a scientist has a concentration. And so every politician has a concentration, terrorist has a concentration, isn't it? Without concentration, are they working? But not necessary, everyone who has a concentration is a good human, isn't it? Not necessary, everyone who has a concentration and free from the emotions. Not necessary, everyone who has a concentration and he really understands the people around him. Not necessary at all. In fact, they don't understand the people around them. So mere concentration is of no use. Mere concentration helps in achieving success in our day-to-day life. You can get a gold medal, or you can, in your career, you can study, and you may progress very well in career, you may become a chief executive, or you may become a managing director. So concentration helps in becoming an Olympic medal winner, and all that happens. But Not necessary they are happy people with that concentration. A Olympic medal winner, not necessary, life may be miserable. So a artist may be a brilliant artist, but his lifestyle or his life story may be very sad, you know. So Sigmund Freud, the one who explored the entire field of psychology, his personal life itself is so sad. It is not a very happy life at all. So huge difference between a concentration and happiness. If you think that a mere concentration will bring happiness, so you should understand mere concentration doesn't bring happiness. It brings a lot of problems. Why it brings a lot of problems? Because your concentration makes you successful in day-to-day life. And that success makes you and more egoistic. And that ego and that reactions perhaps is detrimental naturally to your happiness. So in a nutshell, a mere concentration actually makes you weak and you become more reactive. This is what you practically see in the world. And he may be a Nobel Prize winner, not necessarily is a happy person to himself, not necessarily is a good human at all. Understand? So what is important is not only the concentration, but along with the concentration, our level of awareness is very, very important. What level of awareness we have. Whether we can understand the other people or not, whether we can understand ourselves or not, whether we can understand our emotions or not, whether we have any insight into our subconscious mind and unconscious mind at all. That is very, very important. The lack of awareness. So all that human becomes unhappy because he is not able to see the reality. So there are two issues. One is concentration, one is the power of observation, or you call awareness, levels of awareness. All that a human becomes unhappy not because of lack of concentration, but lack of awareness. The levels of difference of levels of understanding. So we need to develop our awareness levels.